Hey guys, it's Jordan L'Oreal again, and we are back with Emotions Unplugged. This week we are going to talk about peace of mind. Peace is something that maybe as a child we never understood the value and the importance of, but this week we're going to dig into it, talk about some things, and I hope you guys enjoy it.
Okay, so kick us off by telling us, what's your definition of peace?
My definition of peace is a level of confidence and just being sure. The anxiety settles, the panic settles, the adrenaline rush settles. And when that dust settles, it's like, okay, this is where I am, my neutral space. That's what I consider peace to be.
All right, so what energizes your soul?
For me, I think connecting with people energizes my soul. I think connecting with people energizes my soul, as well as being able to be creative in many different ways. Obviously, music is something that I breathe, and it allows me to feel like I can release and pour out. So yeah, that's one of the main things that energize my soul.
So do you think energy and peace go hand in hand?
I think peace is an energy, and I think that it can be misconstrued as the act of, or an act that you have to do to create it, when really it's an act of submission. Being present within your surroundings, going with the flow, not going against and pushing against. It's just full serenity. Everything flows and goes into its perfect place.
What about calming your mind when you're agitated, frustrated, hopeless, or just overanalyzing? What do you do?
So it used to be a big challenge for me to be able to change the subject in my mind. I have a personality where I tend to overindulge and overanalyze certain scenarios, and I really replay them over and over in my brain. So I've had to learn to literally replace those thoughts of panic, anxiety, and worry, and I replace those thoughts with things that make me feel good. So to me, when I think about French fries, I smile. You know what I'm saying? When I think about the beach, when I think about being in the studio, those things literally shift my energy. So although it may sound elementary, changing the subject in your brain, telling your thoughts, telling your mind what to think is a thing. And it really, really has helped me, work through lots of different conflicts and misunderstandings and things like that. So,
how important is maintaining your peace, and why?
I think it's very important to maintain your peace so that you can be an extension to other people that you interact with. I think if your peace is wavered and moves, it's going to be hard for you to be an example or ministry towards other people. So I think standing in your space, being committed to your peace, fighting for your peace, knowing what disrupts your peace and what brings you peace is also, I think, a benefit. So it's really just self-awareness. You got to be self-aware of what works for you, what doesn't work, what you need and what you don't need.
And in closing, do you have any additional tips on how people can, actively fight for their peace in addition to shifting the narrative?
Yeah, I think it all kind of ties in together. Last week we talked about the safe space, and I think safe space maybe is another word for peace. And it does require a certain level of, you have to protect that. There are energies, there are spirits, personalities that are assigned to disrupt and that are assigned to distract. So as much as we want to be open and allow things to flow and come, we also have to be tapped into the Holy Spirit to know when things are trying to disrupt, so that we can either remove ourselves address it, or whatever is necessary at the time.